It's Jace the Mind Sculptor. I kind of already gave my spiel about Jace the Mind Sculptor, but you should definitely look at that card because it's ridiculous and it's a great name for a team, although it's kind of weird. But it's a powerful card, hopefully a powerful team, because Tigers are also pretty powerful, although if in a fight, I don't know if Tigers would win against Jace. Like in a 1v1, I'm pretty sure Jace would win.
Dire team
I don't know. But here we go. We're going to have some picks real quickly. Wow, okay. Tigers Gaming can open up with the Magnus. This is not like 3 months ago. Magnus is no longer here that you see picked first, but it's still a strong hero in the mid lane. Still a very capable hero. However, picking up, I have some real issues with this. First of all, picking up Magnus first is something that you could have easily waited to the 4th or 5th pick to actually get. You could have waited a long time and get more important heroes that you would probably like to have more. Also, Magnus usually doesn't go anywhere but the mid lane. And if he's not going anywhere but the mid lane, that means that Jace the Mind Sculptor know exactly what's going to happen. They're like, oh, it's a Magnus, and Magnus is a hero that's very easily countered. Except, you know, he's very easily dealt with. Let's just put it at that. He's a melee hero, he relies on his shockwave, and if you apply the right pressure, you'll get absolutely nothing. Jace the Mind Sculptor going to open up their picks with Bristleback as well as Crystal Maiden. A very solid setup. First 2 picks that we've been seeing from everybody. Like, literally everyone wants Bristleback as well as Crystal Maiden on their team. A lot of slow, a lot of disable, and wow, Tigers Gaming.
Radiant
go with an Undying. This is very interesting. Again, another hero that they could have waited. It would not be banned out. Like, I can say with like 98% certainty that Undying would not be banned out, like within these 2 bans. Possibly in the last ban, but like the chances of that are single digits, like very, very small. So Tigers Gaming actually picking up heroes that you would expect to be picked up like one version ago, like 6.78. Definitely, yeah. Like after TI2, like these are the heroes that were really big back then, and well, Jace, they've picked up heroes that are really good right now. Like, everyone's all about the Bristleback and stuff like that. Tigers leaving the Visage and Venomancer out of this pool so far. Like, Timbersaw as well as Nyx, both heroes that are, sure, they're dangerous, but they're dealt with now, especially with that nerf to the Nyx. But Tigers Gaming, I feel like, going for a pretty old school lineup, and we'll see how this works. Old school versus new school. How often do we see that, right? But anyway, Jace, I think for right now, they have the much stronger lineup. They have a lot more damage. They have the tankiness of the Bristleback, and they have, I think, one of the best supports in the game, outside of the Visage, of course. I still think Visage is by far the best, because he offers so much for your team. But Jace's going to solidify their picks with a carry Gyrocopter. So they could run some pretty solid dual lanes, or they could just put the Bristleback on the bottom lane to, kind of fend for himself. Either way, they need a mid lane to deal with the Magnus. Hell, they can even put the Bristleback in the mid lane to deal with the Magnus. I'm pretty sure that's a matchup that Bristleback wins. It'll be close. I think it's fairly even, but slightly Bristleback. I would have to think about that a little bit more, but Gyrocopter as their carry is going to give Jace a lot of physical right-click damage. They might want a little bit more magic just so that all their heroes aren't dealing only physical damage, though Gyrocopter as a carry hero is a pretty good mix of both. Like Gyrocopter and Luna both have a pretty good mix of physical and magical. And wow, Tigers. This should be interesting. This should be interesting to say the absolute least. Alright, so yeah, Silencer. I just had to make sure that all the Twitch stuff was behaving properly. So that's what I'm probably going to be doing if there's any like weird pauses. Silencer Undying Magnus. This is like as team fighty as you could possibly get. There's
5 seconds
a real lack of stuns on Tiger's side. Their lanes are going to be strong but wonky. Like, Undying is a very, very strong laner in the correct situation, but he's kind of awkward in lanes, even though he wants to fight all the time. That's pretty much it. He wants to use that strength swing to his advantage as much as possible. And that means applying the pressure and being super aggressive. Silencer kind of would be on board with that, so I guess it's an Undying Silencer someone else lane? Unless Silencer wants to be hard carry. Honestly, guys, I have no idea what's going on with Tigers Gaming. Tiger Gaming. They have an S there, but I'm not going to pronounce it because that doesn't make sense. And an X! Look at this! Look at this, guys. This is beautiful. This is poetry right now. Like Jace the Mind Sculptor, they are fucking they have no clue what's going on. They don't know what to ban. What would you ban against this? I guess a hard carry? Would you
10
ban out Luna?
seconds remaining.
The lanes would be kind of weird. I guess it's going to be...
5 seconds
I have no
remaining.
clue. I am honestly just completely 100% dumbfounded.
Reserve
I
time.
don't know what I would recommend Jace to ban. Jace, they're just going to go for a very, very solid lineup of their own. They're going to pick up the TA to handle that mid lane. Again, a very good hero versus the Magnus with that refraction, canceling out the burst damage of pretty much everyone from Tigers with the exception of Axe. With the addition of Axe, Tigers might want to put Axe in the mid lane, deal with that TA. TA will have enough base damage to get a quick right click though. And hey, Luna!
Radiant team
I'm the best, guys. I am just the best. Luna is going to be banned. Apparently, Ragos and I are on the same wavelength, thinking, what is happening? I better just ban out a dangerous hard carry. And, well, Luna's a pretty dangerous hard carry.
Remaining.
Tigers. Okay, let's go through this. They could
5
pick up an off-lane
remaining.
hero right now. A solo lane hero. They could put Magnus in the middle lane.
Dire team pick.
Undying, Silencer, X-Hero. Maybe on the bottom lane. Undying, a defensive tri-lane with Silencer, farming, Axe in the jungle. And then someone solo top. But soloing top against Gyro Crystal Maiden. Or soloing top versus Gyro by himself. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous proposition right there. They can run the Axe in the mid lane. Mag
10
solo
seconds
save.
remaining.
Silencer, Undying, Leshrac?
5 seconds
No,
remaining.
that won't work. I mean, that'll work okay, but it'll still be a little bit dangerous. I have
Reserve
no clue.
time.
Anyone in the chat, please put your suggestions in the chat right now because I don't know at all. Well, I gotta hand it to them. At least they have lane versatility, right? It's not so clear where everyone's going. Like Jace, like, oh well, you know, the TA is probably gonna go towards the mid lane, and you can deal with that. But Tigers Gaming, they have flexibility, but Jace, they just have a super strong
Radiant
lineup.
team pick.
They're a little bit stun light. They had the Crystal Maiden as their only guaranteed stun. I guess kind of a missile, but Nature Prophet will give them a little bit of jungle support. So most likely for Jace, it's going to be Gyro CM up top, TA in the mid lane, Bristleback down bottom, Nature Prophet doing his thing in the jungle. Tigers, yeah, I don't know. Well, Axe is a very strong, it's actually a remarkably strong laner. Especially when you can be super aggressive in the lane. It might be an Axe Silencer on Dying lane, but that's very, very crowded. All those heroes need experience. Maybe not as much in Dying, but Silencer as well as Axe both need their levels.
Time.
Not so much gold. They're really, they're really mostly about the levels. So the Axe is a very strong laner. They have really good team fight if they land an RP. They have a global silence, and that's, you know, one of the best team fight spells in the game, in my opinion. And then, of course, you have the early team fight power of the Undying. So they have a really good early skirmishing lineup. So they have to be, I think, super aggressive. They need to be doing something. I think they're going to go for a Dazzle. I'm calling it right now. With 20 seconds left on the pick clock, it's going to be a Dazzle Axe with creep cutting. Yep, Mag in the mid lane, Silencer Undying bottom lane, Axe Dazzle in the top lane.
10 seconds
or
remaining.
an Omni Knight. You know, one of those healer supporty guys for Axe to babysit.
5 seconds remaining.
Calling it right now. Wow. Spectre. A global lineup? Spectre to counter Nature's Prophet is a thing, kind of. Tigers Gaming, they need a lot. They need their 4 first picks to guard the Spectre. And Undying is a very aggressive support hero. He wants to be fighting. Spectre doesn't want to be fighting at all. She just wants to farm. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. I'm actually pretty excited for this. This should be very interesting. Like, how often do you see an Axe? How often do you see any of these 4 heroes, really? These 4 heroes are very, very fringe pickups. And Jace Mind Sculptor going with, you know, as cookie cutter as could possibly be, which is, it sounds like a bad thing when I say it like that, right?
5 seconds
really,
remaining.
they're going for extremely strong heroes that are at the top of the metagame right now, whereas Tiger is going to go more towards the other end of the metagame, if that's the way that I would be allowed to put it. Let's actually take a quick look at my OBS, make sure that, oh, that looks so much better. Holy crap, this looks so much better. Let's actually fix this just a little bit. Fixing. Perfect. A little bit clustered, actually. Alright, we fixed it. We're good. We're good, and we do have a second called from the Tiger Gaming side, but okay, well, this should be interesting. I have no idea where the lanes are going. I'm guessing Spectre's going to go to the bottom lane, because that's usually what Spectres just do. No items purchased to give me any sort of hint. No skills to leveled up, but I think it might be... I gotta say, it's going to be a Silencer support. With it Undying on the bottom lane, are they going to lane Axe solo mid, mag up top? That wouldn't be terrible, I'd say. Their bottom lane would struggle,
Right,
especially if Jace put some heroes down there in preparation for the Spectre. Wow, 2 early smokes being picked up. These are not ganking heroes, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that, because they don't have a stun. There's no stun on the Undying. There's a Tombstone being picked up at level 1. There's no stun on the Silencer. They do pretty well in lane, but once they have to leave the lane, then they run into some trouble. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see who's playing what first. We have Sashka. I don't think that's the DD Sashka. Different person. We've been playing Silencer. Session is coming. It's going to be on the Spectre. Pi is on the Magnus. Undying to be played by Yashka. So we have Sashka and Yashka, which is interesting. And Nadejnost is on the Axe. And wow, such an early game smoke. From this team, they don't have any stuns. I don't know if they're going to... Unless they run straight into Gyro, but if Gyro just stays over here, he should be just fine. Jace the Mind Sculptor himself is going to be on the Gyrocopter. He's going to run straight into the smoke, dispel, and just like, no, I'm getting the hell out of here. There's a Tombstone, there's a dagger, but both of them are not going to be doing jack. Jace is like, yeah, I'm just going to walk out of here, bye. And the Tombstone's been dropped. He doesn't care. He took like 20 damage from that dagger. It does nothing, level 1 dagger. Like, it's seriously a pathetic spell, level 1. 50 damage. But that was the wonkiest level 1 smoke I've ever seen in my life. Like, honestly, they only have slows that were really weak slows. Jace didn't even have to go back to the fountain. He's just chilling. Well, let's go finish the JTMS Jace side before we go over anything else. Jace Mind Sculpt is going to be on the Gyrocopter. Misaka Mikoto, I don't know who that is going to be on the Crystal Maiden. Starting from the bottom is going to be on the Nature's Prophet, jungling it up. TA is going to be played by Lang, such a very easy name, and Ragos is going to be on the bottom lane Bristleback. We do see this Axe going to go straight towards the mid lane, go toe-to-toe with the Templar Assassin. Battle Hunger will be a pretty good tool versus TA, though TA does have the damage advantage, will have the trade advantage as long as she is lucky. If Axe is lucky, then he'll probably have it. But with level 1 being spent on Battle Hunger, Lang can trade as much as he wants. Lang can actually doing a lot of damage to this Axe. There's a Stout Shield, there is a Ring of Protection, but this isn't Wraith Knight. Your Axe is not all powerful. He's already forced back. He doesn't have level 1 in the counter helix. He cannot be aggressive versus this TA until he gets at least level 2, and even then, Lang will have Refraction up. So Lang should have that mid lane completely on lockdown. Taking a look at this bottom lane, Ragos, 4 for 0 on the bottom lane. We do have Yashka, who can't really harass at all. I mean, usually you see decay harassment because there's strength swing. You get tankier, the enemy takes damage as well as takes that strength hit. So it's kind of like double tankiness. Now Nadejnost, that sounds about right, guys? Trying to go toe-to-toe with the TA is now level 2, but is already forced out of a south. Ragos being pressured a little bit on the spot lane. Spectre only has 1 CS. Spectre is... What? Spectre... Wait, how did the creeps get... Oh, Nature's Prophet? It's gotta be that. I don't know. Pi on the top lane has 2 CS, whereas Jace has a whopping 8. He's going to be free farming this top lane. There's really nothing that Pi could do about it, but I still don't really know what's going on, honestly. Is Spectre just pulling? And well, she's definitely trying to farm. She has a Quelling Blade, so it's going to be a farming Spectre. That is, I would say, a safe assumption. Once again, we see Nadejnost taking quite a beating from Lang, who almost does have the bottle, not quite yet. With the 1 point in refraction, should be able to dual axe pretty well. Ragos completely tapped out of mana, taking a couple of glaives from Silencer, but he's not really going to be bothered by that too much. Probably Silencer's going to be running out of mana before the Bristleback is actually going to be pressured all the way back to the base. So Session is coming, is going to be getting the farm on the bottom lane. There is going to be a defensive tri-lane on this bottom lane, so that is that, and that is something that I think I said as one of the possibilities, but I think we have to keep our eyes on this mid lane, because Nadejnost, he's tanky, he's Axe, like you expect him to be tanky, and he is. But this TA is going to be doing a lot of damage. Level 2 Refraction is incredibly dangerous, and Ragos, wow. going strong on the session, as well as Sashka. And while he's tapped out of mana for now, I think bringing Basilius might just be the best item that he could pick up right now. He does have the CM aura, which is level 1 for now. We'll see if CM wants to put any more prior points into that, just to help out the Bristleback on the bottom lane. But the aura definitely helping out for Ragos, but he's spamming it pretty liberally. We'll see what he wants to do moving forward with his item build. I think just getting mana in this lane is just what you got to do, because he's not really under any pressure. And that means that he doesn't have to go for, boots or, those kind of more survivable items. He could go for something to apply the pressure back onto the lane, because if he is sitting on the front lines, spamming out quills, doing all that stuff, there's no answer from the other side. They could try to go aggressive with a Silencer Spectre. Like, he's not going to care about that. The Silencer Spectre are going to die so much faster than Ragos is. Going for, that better be a Soul Ring. I would absolutely freaking love a Soul Ring pickup right now. Usually I hate Soul Ring, especially on Bristleback. But against this lane, popping out some free mana, just burning it all out with quills, that's an easy chunk of damage right there. Lang still going toe-to-toe with Nadagenost on this mid lane. Take a look at the CS. Not surprisingly, TA is super far ahead. Axe is, going to be teleported upon and get his salve as well as Clarity Pop. That's going to be very inconvenient for him. Doesn't even have a bottle. He doesn't. Axe's invisibility, but what could he do with that? Really, nothing. So Axe in the mid lane is getting completely crushed. Pi in the top lane is getting completely crushed. And 12 for 0 versus Ragos is 16 for 3. Jace the Mind Sculptor is like one of the most powerful magic cards, but also having a very easy time here. So Jace, he's a man of many talents. By the way, there's also a jungle on Jace the Mind Sculptor side, Nature's Prophet. He's just been doing his own thing for the past 5 minutes without any pitch whatsoever. Whoa, this might actually be a kill in the mid lane. Yes, Nottage knows. Well, if Lang wastes a couple right clicks on the creeps, it might not be, but I think it should just be fine to walk him down. Yeah, Lang's gonna draw first blood on the mid lane, and Sashka can teleport right in, but it's a Silencer teleporting in with no mana. You can't get anything done with that. TA doesn't have any bottle charges, which kind of sucks for her, but this is gonna leave Session is coming down in spot lane alone. Back in a Ring of Health, so it might be a Vanguard, which would be a pretty good pickup. There's a lot of physical damage on the Jace side, but he really can't do anything versus this Bristleback. He could try to get a couple CS, but in a right-click battle, it's 70 damage. Now, with the Warpath, this is 90 damage versus 57. Spectre's not going to win that. He is not going to win extended trades because, well, Bristleback going to go straight for the mech, actually. So he's not going to go for mana. He's going to use his farm to help his team out, which is pretty good as well. Nadagenost. Oh, he wants a Culling Blade so badly right now. Oh, he's level 6. Oh, that would have been super baller if he just leveled up Culling Blade. Oh, here it comes. Culling Blade, watch your head. Kill threshold isn't there, though. He needs another 50 damage on this TA. That's another Battle Hunger into an instant chop. Nadagenost, you have an opportunity here. Don't screw this up. But TA is going to find a haste and restore herself back up to way out of Culling Blade range. And could even poke a little bit at the bottom lane. Looks like she's going to decide to go back towards the mid lane. Phase booting in for some reason. Oh, there's one trap. Oh, this Templar Assassin wants blood, and she knows exactly where she's going to get it. There's teleportation as well. Spins from Nadagenost, pretty fortunate, but starting from the bottom, he's going to come right in for an unnecessary Sprout, but it is a Sprout nonetheless. Lang going to pick up another kill on this Axe in the mid lane. That's 2 kills for the Templar Assassin in total, and Axe on this mid lane is getting absolutely nothing done. I mean, Battle Hunger is pretty good at zoning out your opponents, but only when you can follow up with being super aggressive. Like, use the counter helix and be like, hey, you have this Battle Hunger on you. You could either sit forward and try to get a creep kill, or you could just like take the Battle Hunger damage and not go for a creep kill and then just be forced out by counter helix. It's a lose-lose situation generally. Ragos in the bottom lane, it looks like he's under pressure, but he's just walking out of there. He doesn't have a care in the world because Full Spray, pretty sure, kills the Undying zombies in 1 hit. He's going to drop a little bit low, but he's well on his way to his mech. There's also support coming in from this Axe. He's level 6, but he can't get anything done. There's no disables. If they had a stun, maybe they'd get a kill on the Bristleback, but there are only stuns up on the top lane, and it's level 4. Jace with 42 to 26, with phase boots already up. Teleportation coming out into the bottom lane. It is Nature's Prophet. He wants blood on someone. Nadagenost gonna get initiated upon. There's the goo. There's the melt hit. Lang gonna go straight onto this Axe, and Axe is so very dead. Session is coming, getting quills stacked up pretty high as well. Templar Assassin gonna juke into the trees, just wait for a cooldown. Courier being killed in the meantime. Lang is still gonna go 1v3. Is actually in a little trouble. Bottle charges, does not have a meld, does not have anything, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna walk out. Nature's Prophet ultimate doing quite a bit of damage in this bottom lane, but he's also going to be the one to snipe out the courier. That's going to give him enough money for Hand of Midas. 8 minutes in. And the Tiger Gaming side, there is not much that there is not much that they could do right now. It's very early. Oh, well, Lang actually is gonna try to go for a kill on the Undying. There's a trap gonna land. Lang, oh, he's gonna get hit by this unless you're fractions. Oh, run! Sashka on the chase. Silencer with no mana versus the TA with no health. There are the decay from across the trees. Oh, but it's not over yet. It ain't over till it's over. Nature's Prophet gonna get in for some summoning of the Halloween tree. And it's gonna try to go for kill on Yashka. It's not gonna be enough. But in the meantime, Session gonna get burned down by Crystal Maiden as well as the Bristleback. Being left alone is something that the Spectre really... Wow, is he really chasing this down? He's gonna realize there's an axe. You better teleport. Oh, Culling is gonna be... Oh, if the decay landed a little bit sooner, maybe Culling Blade. If they timed it perfectly, but Templar Assassin's gonna be the first kill going the way of Tiger Gaming. But right now, Tiger don't have a single thing going for them. They have a dead hero in the Spectre. They have a dead hero in Pi, who's actually going to die to Jace right now, unless he... that's not going to be enough. There's phase boots. This gyrocopter has missiles with your name on it, bro.
Radiant's top tower.
And Magnus dies on the top lane.
I still got it.
There is nothing going well for the Tiger Gaming side right now.
Radiant's top
Literally
tower's
nothing
in
going
bad
well.
shape.
Bristleback has his mech up. He's just going to go for a solo kill on Spectre. I mean, Crystal Maiden is here, as is Nature's Prophet. They don't even need them. There's the Tombstone, but the zombies aren't going to be lasting long at all. Just wave after wave of gold. Starting for the bottom, getting abandoned by his teammates. He doesn't have any TP, and he's just running for his life. Sashka on the chase. He's waiting for a Sprout. He has Sprout and TP in 10 seconds. One more. Oh, it's not going to do it. It's not enough, but Ragos in the meantime, chasing down the Undying for a kill. Silencer is going to pick up the kill on Nature's Prophet. Who unfortunately just got, like, completely abandoned by his team. They're just like, yo, we got the kill. We're going to go out. I don't know why you teleported down there, bro, but you're on your own. And Nature's Prophet did die. There's another kill going towards the Silencer. They now do have Global Silence. I think Tiger Gaming might have a chance if they wait till...
Have fun trying to bust down Radiant structures now. Radiant's mid tower
in
could use a hand.
a mid-game team fight is really when they're going to be most powerful. Axe is going to be doing a lot of damage then, pretty much guaranteed. Pi should have his RP. There should be...
Radiant's top tower is
The problem
taking
with
hits.
The problem with that is that they just lost their mid lane tower, and their cooldowns are on very, very long cooldowns. 140 seconds. RP is not as long, but it's still pretty damn long. 120, that does reduce. But they're reliant on those two spells to make stuff happen. Without those spells, it just won't work. And here comes Ragos. He could go for a solo kill on either of these heroes. If they have TPs, there is a TP on Session. Session could also just run straight across the trees, but I think it might be a little bit... Oh, Session, no, get out of there! Get out of there. Oh, it's actually going to be the Axe. Axe is going to be the unlucky one. Sashka's here. Rago's taking a little bit of damage, but he's still just fine. He has 8 magic charges. There's a Global Silence, but Sashka is running away from a TA who doesn't really care that she's silenced. And now Undying can have the exact same thing happen to him as well. There goes the Undying. There goes everyone on that bottom lane. Prizes for everyone as Lang gets a double kill and 2-10 TGG. They're going to lose another tower. In the meantime, Jace the Mind Sculptor is kind of doing PvE up on the top lane. Like, he's been getting a couple kills, and, well, there's the GG. That was the wonkiest game I've ever seen in my life.
Radiant lost one of them bottom towers.
It doesn't even come close anymore.
Someone's dropped out
That
like a kid in
was
school.
Jace mind sculpting the enemy team. He mind sculpted them so much, he was like scrying their deck,
Radiant's
and then they just like drew up into only spells. They didn't have any lands. Because if they had lands, then they would be able to get the farm going, and they would have been able to use like Spectre more effectively. You know, would have been able to use all their lanes more effectively. But sometimes you just draw into only spells, and that just happens, and that's just the game you play, especially when you have a Jace on the other end, who's killing all your cards and putting your entire, exiling your entire library, and then okay, I'm gonna stop. Exiling your entire library and putting your hand into your library. You have like a 3-card library. You just get milled out. Surprise milling. The game has already been called, but no one's actually leaving. So you got to slow down that guy. He got the kill as well. But there's just the game is just over. It's It's been over for a long time.
The Radiant got one last top tower.
So a manner GG,
Bottom tower
but
in great sight right
really,
now.
even if they tried to defend this, it wouldn't really result in
Radiant's
anything
bottom towers
like
seen better days.
at all, because Lang could just do this and just 2 hits, 3 hits maybe.
There
3
goes
hits.
Radiant's
Oh, 4
bottom
hits.
tower.
Oh, the Psyblade spill.
How about Radiant's top
Pro has
tower's in
shit
bad
plays from
shape.
Lang. Yeah, this game is so over. I'm just gonna sit here and talk about Jace the Mind
Radiant's bottom
Sculptor as a
racks
card.
is getting hammered.
I'm pretty sure that's the strongest
It's
Planeswalker.
done.
I mean, I don't really know that much about Magic, but like, who else is
Radiant's
stronger
bottom
than that?
racks.
Oh,
Ain't no
5-man
difference.
RP. Only 2-man RP. With the Tombstone, like, this is the team fight that I thought they were gonna
5 in
take.
a row.
but
How about
You
that?
can't just rely on team fights to win the game. Like, you can't have shitty lanes and then say like, oh, well, we have great team fight, we're gonna win the lane through that. You have to have decent lanes also. It's kind of important. Just a little.
Warriors of the wood.
Wow, that was such a mana GG.
6 in a row. How about that?
Run, Yashka.
In the Lord of
Run!
Six in a
Oh.
The only mystery.
Hell,
is
I'm
how
already
you
like checked out of
lasted
this
so
game.
long.
I could like tab out and teammates don't agree with captain. Well, that's a problem right there. Generally, you want to have a captain that the entire team trusts.
Radiant's mid tower.
Because if they're going to be saying, yo, we're going to be picking this hero, this hero, this hero, this hero to go with this hero, we're going to be pushing mid, we're going to be taking Roshan, you don't really want to have any
Radiant's
disagreement there.
mid-tower could
Because
use
you have
a hand.
disagreement, that means you are going to lose the game.
To me.
Oh, not a Genos.
Radiant's
Run.
mid tower ain't
Oh,
doing
yo,
so
this
good.
crystal back is just fearless.
7 in a row.
Quills everywhere.
How about that?
Walking away with 400
Pokemon
HP on top of that?
quills.
Sure, why not? Has a mech active? Sure, why not? Just doing a little bit of 14-minute fountain
Radiant's
farming.
mid tower's coming apart.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, we have the TA. Lang knows what the people want. They want their prizes. They want to see
Radiant's
Divine
mid
Rapiers.
tower's
Go
getting
snipe another
banged
courier. Give some more gifts to everyone who bought the ticket. This is, like, your reward for watching this game, guys. Anyone who, like, you know, we got Gank, we got Sal's
Radiant's top
Touch,
tower's
we
in
got
bad
Simple
shape.
Smile. They're getting rewarded for watching this wonky-ass game. And, well, with another Divine Rapier pickup, we have another
Radiant's
in
mid
the
tower's
pipe work,
getting
Jace.
banged up. One
We're gonna
last
get a
top
Divine
tower
Rapier of
for
his
the
own,
Radiant.
so we might be seeing another wave of prizes, guys. This is like the Oprah Winfrey round. Round 2 of League of Dota, Week 5 is the Oprah Winfrey round, where you get a prize, you get a prize, everyone
Radiant's
gets a
top 7
prize.
in a row hits. How about that?
Yeah, so
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
bottom rack is gone, top rack is gone. The game is essentially over. I'm just
The
sitting
Radiant
here
lost
so
the
we can
top
actually see a
tower.
score screen, because some people like to see
Radiant's
that.
mid tower's coming apart.
But Lang is doing
How
some
about
pretty high
that?
damage. Jace, you better get your ass to a secret shop, like, right now. Sell something and get a Divine Rapier.
Radiant's top rags ain't gonna last long.
Get the right clicks, Jace.
So long
Jace.
to the Radiant's top rags.
Jace. Jace, if you don't get a Divine Rapier, I'm gonna be deeply disappointed. Like, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Radiant's
'Cause
mid
we wanna see
tower's
the-
done it
Aw.
again.
That's a shame. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for round number 2. I don't know who's going to be playing next, but we will go into round number 3 straight after this. Hopefully, we'll be seeing wonky picks from both sides. That would have been quite the treat, but that's going to be it for this game. GG. Oh my god. Holy shit. This was...